This one's a Ed O'Brien Strat. So sick. It's got like a sustainer in it that like when you flip that switch, it'll just like go for days. People get mad at me. I didn't like the neck on it, so I replaced it with an American neck. So it's got this like vintage 70s style Strat neck. And it's got like an extra hole in it because like the guy who set it up, that's standing right behind you, just drilled a hole without checking. You'll meet him in a second. His name's Grant. He's a jerk. We hate him. This is a JB Junior, and then Texas Special middle pickup, which never gets used, and then the sustainer pickup, which is like, you know, that honestly I never use it as like a pickup. It's more like just like to, when I flip the switch, it goes to sustain mode. In a perfect world, I would swap these and have this one in the middle and then have this over here. But I think like that's not how magnetics work or something like that. So you're not allowed to have it in the middle. But I keep trying to like find a way I can do that because a middle or a neck position Strat is like my favorite sound of all time on cleans. And like you kind of have to sacrifice that for that, which is great live and like on the recording and like it's worth it for the sustainer. But it's kind of one of those like can't have it all. So I have the Diamond compressor to start off with. That thing is like always on. It's just a fantastic compressor. Like it's kind of more of a felt thing than a heard thing. I haven't played a compressor that sounds better than that. Like this one is cool. The homies at Diamond reached out to me. They're like, hey, we're coming back. We're gonna send you this, and they nailed it. Absolutely worth every penny. It's a fantastic pedal. People are always like, what distortion sounds do you have? And it's like just the one. The Walrus distortion is like the only distortion I use. And like even in the studio, we A and B'd this against like every like distortion you could possibly get. And like it kept winning to the point where Mike, who like produced the last album, he's gonna buy one now because he's like, I can't beat that distortion. So it's a sick drive. It's got like a blend knob on it so you can blend in the cleans. I can talk about it forever. It's got a bull on it, which is sick. Like I'm a bull guy. Like that's dope. Here it is. And it goes like way dirtier than that. Right now I have the blend right there. Solid. After that, I have a clean boost. It's honestly just to like level out when I'm on my clean setting. A homie in Philadelphia gave it to me. He made it. He calls it the heavy red boost, which is cool. I like having things that like no one else can get because I'm just a little jerk like that. And like this boost is really cool. It's like not transparent. Like it has like some kind of juice to it. So whenever I'm on my clean settings, let me turn off all the other stuff. It's just has like a little bit of something in it. One knob, which is good for idiots like me who just don't know how to do anything. I just turn things. After that is a black fountain. Shouts out to the Old Blood Noise homies. Brady is so sick. This delay is like by far one of the coolest like modulation style like crazy delays. Old Blood Noise does like nothing but like just crazy stuff, which is sick. I like that. That's right in vein with me. But yeah, I have that on for like a lot of like more atmospheric stuff. I never like tap tempo it. I never like do. I just it's on, and whatever settings, if it like moves in the van, like that's fine. Wherever it is, it is. Yeah, so I like it to trail like for a very long time, and then I'll keep my mix kind of a little bit lower. But that like you can between that and then the sustainer, you just get into like such cool territory right there. But that's the Black Fountain. After that, I have the HX1. A homie at Line 6 sent this to me. It's like an HX Stomp, but just like a one pedal. I used to use like the M5. Or I had an M9, and then Connor stole it and broke it. So then I had his M5 for a while, and I held it hostage. And it was like starting to get old, and like a homie at Line 6 was like, you should use the newer one. And I was like, they don't have like the just one anymore. And then once they made the HX1, they sent it to me. People kind of give it a lot of crap because it's like just like a one pedal thing, but they shouldn't, because it's all the sick sounds that Line 6 makes. Like I don't know. I like line 6, but it's on a double take, which like all of the like clean guitars especially on the album are double tracked. So I was looking for a sound that sounded like a double track guitar. And I like just kept searching. I was trying choruses, I was trying like all this stuff, and then like I just was like scrolling one day, and then there was like a double take setting, which is literally exactly what I wanted. So it's kind of, it's like not a chorus, but not a chorus. That's sick. I leave it there. I have a MIDI cable for it when I want to start switching stuff, but I'm too dumb to do that. So right now it's just staying on the same thing. And then once you get out of this like crazy, you know, land right here, you get into the DE7, which don't buy these. Don't ever buy these, because I want to be able to keep buying these, because if people like there's not very many of them. They're starting to go, and every time I have to buy a new one, it gets more and more expensive. So don't go anywhere near those. They sound amazing. And so I use it right now for the just for noise. It does like everything. It's a delay that is like, we used it on vocals, we've used it on everything, but it does this like really cool like lo-fi modulation setting that like I really love. Live, I just kind of use it for like in between like goes forever type stuff. So just a, yeah, and that'll just go forever. They're amazing. The Tone Lock series is incredible. I want to be able to get these for the rest of my life, but there's only a finite number of them. So Line 6 needs to make more, because I break them like every couple of years too. So that is like a secret weapon. And then it all just goes out of the Fathom, which is just like right now I have it on like a room setting, because everything is like super roomy. So yeah, I mean, that's just on all the time. And then I'll just like add stuff to my board. Like I'll like paint stuff, but it all kind of goes through this like Joyo cheap switcher, pedal switcher. And that's just because I don't like tap dancing when I'm singing. I have them all kind of laid out in a way that I really love. So like my distortion, I have like distortion here, and then clean here, and then clean with like a lot of delay, and then distortion with a lot of delay. So right here is diamond comp into the distortion, into the reverb, which like if you're looking for like to make the sounds on any of the albums I've ever like worked on, it's literally that. It's like a compressor into a really good distortion into some sort of room reverb type sound. And that's just like, it's huge. I love it. Here's what that sounds like. So that's like my distortion sound. My clean sound is some version of this volume pedal into like a chorus, or right now it's a double take. Again, diamond comp and reverb will stay on forever, and that's that. And then you get into the like the delay sounds, which delay, I don't use delay in a way to like time it, like I was saying. So yeah, it's sick. I love that. And then your distortion is just a distorted version of that. So this is like the most complicated you can get for someone who's not really good at going complicated. But I love it, and I have like, I think this is gonna stay this way for a while. Yeah, the Duosonic. I wanted a Mustang-y sounding guitar, but also like more heavy. And I had never heard of the Duosonic before I ordered it. It just like looked so cool, and I love the fact that it has like a coil tap. It kind of stays, for me, it stays in this like, on the new record, I use this like, it's not that weird of a tuning. It's just like standard plus the G string is up a half step. So it's like as if you're holding an E the whole time. So these bottom strings will be here. So they're always like really pretty. But I love this for chords. This pickup is amazing. I use it for like just about as much as I could possibly use it. Also, Kurt Cobain used like short scale guitars, and you have to copy him. That's the rule if you're making alt rock. It's a fantastic guitar, I've tried to trade it out multiple times, but it keeps coming back into the repertoire, and I think now it's here to stay. It's like a solid, clean guitar. And then cables, I use a Signal Chain Audio, the homies out there. They sent me these sick red ones. So it's an orange Super Crush 100. Yeah, they're new ones. It's a completely solid state head, and a lot of people don't like solid state heads, but this is like the best solid state head I've ever heard in my entire life. It's perfect for me for touring. Like, it's lightweight, it looks cool, it sounds amazing. It sounds like as close to a tube amp as you can possibly get, without having to like switch out tubes or do any of that stuff. Orange are like the homies. I use those, and then usually I would be using like an orange cab. But like this can do everything. This is like such a cool orange like masterpiece that they made, and it's like $400. Like, it's crazy. I have like homies who like get mad that it sounds so good. Like they like just are seething with anger because there's no tubes in it. And like, that's kind of why I do this, is because a lot of the times people will come up after a show and they'll be like, your tone is so good. What is that, like a Rock Reverb 50? And I'm like, no, it's the Super Crush. And it just blows their mind. You could just see the gear heads, like the heads explode. But I mean, I've had the long-standing belief that the tone is in the fingies, but these all help even better.
So I'm playing, this is kind of my go-to, Fender Jaguar. It's a player Jag. Very cool guitar. My first, I got it last year, my first Jaguar, but I'm like sold on them now. Came pretty like standard, but I have like a super nerdy guitar friend, shout out Tuck in New York. And I let him kind of just do his thing on it. So it sounds amazing now. I don't even think I could explain everything that's going on. But I know he did replace the Jaguar single coil with a P90. So I have like humbucker with a P90. So definitely like the heaviest guitar I've ever played, you know, which is, you know, I guess not saying much, but I'm in love with it now. So this is like my favorite. So this is kind of a product of laziness. I'm very simple when it comes to pedals, but like this is even simpler because I flew in yesterday, so I kind of, instead of checking like a pedal board, I just like threw my pedals into a backpack. So yeah, I have a very pretty standard basic setup. I've had this Keeley compressor, I think 14 years now. It was one of my first pedals I ever got. And I haven't really found a reason to like get rid of it or replace it. So yeah, I always have my Keeley in the chain. This is a kind of new for me, a native audio distortion. They sent it to Slowjoy, so I get to play with it. War Pony. All I know is it sounds amazing, so thank you, Native Audio. Kind of like SC was saying, there's like this, I don't know, this specific distortion sound that he has, and I feel like this accomplishes it really well. So this is kind of a basic Boss chorus pedal, chorus ensemble CE5. I also got it a long time ago, and you know, there's a lot of like fancy chorus pedals out there, but I'm very happy with this one. Can do a lot of modulation stuff. I don't really mess with it. I just kind of keep it where it is, and I leave it on the whole set too, which is nice. Honestly, like I love the heavy distortion with the chorus, and which I feel like is, I know it's not unique to Slowjoy, but it's kind of like that sound, you know, chorus with some like, you know, gritty distortion in it. Almost like kind of 80s sounding, but it's very cool. It's definitely my favorite combo. So. And then I have a couple reverbs that I'm playing with. This is a Neuro, oh, who is it again? Nunabar? Nunabar. I love you, Nunabar. A Nunabar wet stereo reverb pedal. I like it. It's cool. I also always just keep it on. It's a very solid reverb pedal. And then this, kind of new-ish, JHS reverb pedal. SD lent it to me last night, and now I think I got to get one myself. Kind of have this like a soft reverb on there. So yeah, pretty basic setup, but it works for me, and it does everything that I want to do as a guitar player, so.
So this is like a 90s AVRI, just Fender P-Bass, and it just has like all the vibe. I love this thing. Funny story is a good buddy of mine used to work for the pop band Hanson, and this used to belong to them. So we like laugh about it all the time, like that we're now playing emo alt rock on a bass that has played Bop 100 million times. My pedalboard's kind of silly because I really only use the tuner and the Badwater from Walrus, like more than anything. Walrus Audio is a bunch of homies. They hooked us up, so shout out Philip, Liam, Colt, all those guys. We love them. But yeah, so they make the Badwater, which is bass preamp, and that's like all of my tone. That running into the amp head is like the thing. And then I also have this Hawaiian Pizza from Caroline right now on this tour. It's just a fuzz distortion overdrive thing that I use to like make noise before our set. So that's kind of... I don't use it a ton actually in the set. It's more like when we're just kind of vamping, doing ambient stuff, that deal. And then I have the Diamond Memory Lane Jr., kind of same deal. Like we just use it to vamp, make lots of noise, so kind of does the, I don't know, yeah, really low repeats right now, but yeah, and then TC Electronic Polytune, and I'm powering it with a Chalks DC-10. I play bass, and then I get the privilege of just maintaining all the dudes' guitars, so it's a lot of fun. Yeah, Este's back here laughing at me. Este's hard on his guitars, guys. And so lots of green room repairs, but it's fun. I keep them in shape. I get to do that stuff. So I apprentice under a luthier, and like it's a lot of fun. So.
Hey, it's Fingy. Want to hear the gear in action? Head on over to the Audiotree YouTube channel or click the link down below. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.